Okay, in this video, we're going to do an introduction to using kettlebells. So here's my kettlebell here, right? So what I want you to choose for this workout is a kettlebell that feels moderately significant, but still fairly light, because I want this to be a safe experience for you, okay? Now, I don't even want my clients to do kettlebells until they already have a really good sense of how to switch on the abdominal muscles. If you don't know how to do that already, there's way too much risk that the workload is going to go to somewhere that we don't want it to be. Most significantly, probably the low back area. All right? You also want it to be a weight that you can easily work with your shoulders. So you want to choose a weight that you can lift overhead. So you don't want it to be so heavy that you can only get to about there. All right? So what I'm choosing is a 20-pound kettlebell. You might choose an 8 to a 10-pound kettlebell. So play around a little bit. So what you want to make sure of is that whatever you can do, it's going to be both significant for your body, but it's also going to feel safe. Now, the first exercise we're going to do is a kettlebell swing. So it's a hip hinge with a thrust with the weight. So it looks like this. So we're going to do it alternating. So we're going to start a little bit of a bend. We're going to throw it forward and switch. Throw it forward and switch. Okay? Not going super high to start with here. All right? But the momentum for it comes from working the core and the glutes as you do that. All right? How many are you going to do? Well, you know, you're going to find it moderately cardiovascular, so that might be your limiter, or a point of strength, or you're going to choose to do as many as you think you want to do. All right? So typically that might be 10, 15, 20 repetitions. All right. The next one we're going to do is a swing as well, but it's a swing from low to high across the body. So it looks like this. We're going to lean down a little bit, we're going to take it up and toss it and catch it. Lift it up and toss it and catch it. Now, on the up and catch, we're going to add a lunge of the leg. So it looks like this. Just a little bit of a bend, a little bit more stability through the legs. All right? And then the other side. Same thing, up and catch with a lunge. Up and catch with a lunge. All right? Excellent. All right. Third one. We're going to hold the weight with both hands and we're going to take it up overhead. So, nice and controlled here. Thumbs are up in the air. Bend through the knees. Activate your core. You're going to lift it up behind the body and down. Up and down. So you're going to add some momentum. So it's a little like the hip thrust, but it's a really mini version of it. And the important thing with this one is you don't let go of the abdominals at the top. They're really fired through the whole exercise. All right, that's number 3. Now, the last one we're going to do is an overhead movement with a little lunge. So that's why I said at the beginning, you need to be able to get your arm up over your head with this weight. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you from the side. So there's your starting point. You need to already feel confident there. Okay, here we go. From there, you're just going to start with a little bit of a lunge, trying to keep that arm really strong up there. Arm is straight, elbow is by your ear. Okay, and what you're going to find with that is, if the weight is significant enough, it's going to make you use your core through a dynamic movement like a lunge. Okay, so there's 4 exercises. Got it? Single arm swing, diagonal with lunge, overhead, and lunges with the arm overhead. A good starting series. And what I'd suggest you do with this, if you can do all 4, go through it at least a couple times. All right? Questions, comments, please leave it below the video. Thanks so much. This video is sponsored by Feel Good Omega H+. Dr. Tobias Omega-3 is guaranteed pure and is from sustainably sourced calamari from the Atlantic Ocean. Find it at petertobias.com.